Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Tyson, and I'm doing a quick review of the Warrior Hustler elbow pad. This is the premier elbow pad from Warrior. They've done a nice job at offering some good levels of protection without adding too much weight to the pad, so you still have that lightweight feel. Starting on it, you can see they're using the same design as the rest of them, where you have a standard two-piece, where you have your majority pad on the elbow and forearm, and then the lighter upper bicep guard. And one thing that Warrior's done is they've really done a nice job at really keeping these upper bicep guards really lightweight, so it's not going to hold your arm movement back at all. So let's take a look at the bottom. You have that same molded piece of plastic running from here to here. That's going to allow your elbow to sit nice and deep in it and still offer you that protection. And it is covered with additional foams right here, adding a little more protection to you and others on the rink, as well as having that little extended piece there for the additional forearm protection. Going on to the top portion, it actually does not use those thick plastic inserts as well. You do have some thick foams in here as well as these guys and some dual densities. So you are getting some good protection on the top. It's not the highest level without those thick plastics, but I really like it because it does have that lightweight feel and you don't really feel like binding too much. And it's a little more forgiving than some of those other plastics. So as we go over to take a look at the forearm guard, they use some thicker foams saw on the Hitman, as well as some thicker plastic inserts kind of running throughout this guy. So this is going to be the slash guard or forearm guard, as well as the strap, which is nice, kind of cuts down on materials. And then as you can see, it has all those segments in it to really wrap across the arm, locking it down. And then also taking a look, you see it has the neoprene strap here, anchored at 2 points underneath the pad and then going across. So that's really going to lock the arm deep into the pad, allowing it not to move around too much, as well as that distinctive yellow Warrior liner to it. So I'll go ahead and actually undo this guy as well. It does have a slick material. One thing about this liner is this is what they're calling the Silver Shield. It does have a different feel slightly than some of their other products with the Silver Shield liner. This has a slicker feel, a little bit more similar to that VTech liner. It offers really a nice, like I said, feel to it. So as I go ahead and move this guy on, first I'll do that top strap. It really locks the arm in there. I can already feel my elbows kind of locked in that back position. And I'll go ahead and just throw this guy over the top. As you can see, completely covering it, no gaps, without protection there. And it really comes down a good portion, so my glove's going to come right up against it. But it's not too bulky there, so it's not going to hinder any of that wrist mobility. And then you can go ahead and throw the top one on. One thing, like I've said before on the Hitman pad, is that being that they're using those neoprene straps right here, you really have a great range of motion as well as not pinching on the arm when you move that arm. And also, like I've said before, with that lightweight piece there, you don't really feel like you have too much, and it doesn't sit that far out. So you're going to have great mobility without adding too much bulk and still getting that protection you expect from a high-end pad. So this has been just a quick look at the Warrior Hustler elbow pad. This is at Inline and Ice Warehouse.